So in this video, I'm going to talk about my email strategy that I use when I'm working as a recruitment consultant. This strategy can be, partnered with your cold calling, your online, your LinkedIn messaging, anything like that. So cold calling can be successful. Some companies, you obviously can't get through to the decision maker on the first call. It's a long pathway to build up. A quick way to get access to them is obviously via email. I'll demonstrate in a second how I actually find the correct email and get in touch with a person. So this is just one single email out to the person that's probably managing a vacancy. I'll tell you how to find the vacancies, and depending on what area you're in, best way to approach it. So my email is very short, simple. It's hello, so you advertising this, our rate. So you give them their sort of pricing, depending on if it's appealing or if you want to just put happy to discuss rate in the email. That's totally fine. And then say, yeah, would you be available for a chat? It either goes two or three ways. First off, 95% of the emails probably get deleted or unread. The best way, I'll tell you how to deal with those in a second as well. Depending if you have a read report system or you just want to sort of follow up with that. So the other way is people email you back. Sounds great. Could you help us with X amount of jobs? Or they'll ask you a few questions, which is very easy to deal with. Just respond well, cover all bases, and then literally say, some people say, look, can you send me your terms across? And it's literally a done deal like that. You don't even have to talk to some people. I've got clients that I placed, with all the time, and I barely talk to them. Sometimes I haven't even spoken to them before. May or may not work if it's just a sort of quick fill job. But if you want to obviously build a relationship, you obviously have to get them on the phone. Some people you can build good relationships with via email. The other way is people will ask you to schedule a call. Now, this is the tricky part if you don't have much experience in it. They want to call you. They want to check that you know your stuff. And they may try and find out how you actually source candidates and steal your ideas. So it's no brainer that, just say, look, we have candidates in our database existing that we've got prior relationships with. We've recruited for companies very similar, so we have a candidate pool already established in the area, and we've been going X amount of years. So yeah, the candidates are there and they're working their way up to progression. So chances are, if we placed someone 2 years ago, chances are that they'll be looking for a job similar to yours that you're advertising now. So we could contact them and build relationships off that. Be careful with what you say. It's basically what I've just said there is you're headhunting previous clients, candidates out, which nobody ever does, and it's really, really taboo in the sort of recruitment industry. So yeah, I've set a sort of 100-day challenge on myself in terms of 100 emails sent out to prospects, gathering in my sort of niche industry, which is language recruitment for my company I'm working for now. So yeah, I just want to sort of establish that it's very simple to do, how you'd get the email address and how you'd find a job advert. Chances are most of the jobs are advertised on Indeed because it's free to use. Big and small companies. Some companies just exclusively advertise on Indeed. You can't see how many people applied, so you don't know. All you can really see in terms of data is when they publish the adverts. If you're tracking it over a 60-day period, you can see if the person's advertised the job or reposted it. So chances are it's not going well. They're the really good accounts you want to message. Go on LinkedIn. Search for the company with LinkedIn at the end. So if it's, Cada Limited, you'd search in Google Cada Limited LinkedIn. After that, you would just search people. It would be much easier if I could demonstrate it. I might do a video just, lead sourcing on that. You'd find the position there advertised, and you'd find someone in HR, talent acquisition, or someone of a director, senior level. Email them. If they get back to you, obviously follow up. If not, send another email. I made a video on that, how to follow up on cold emails, and just say, look, hi. First follow up would be, hi, just literally sending you this email, just checking if you got my last email. Chances are that will or will not get read. And after that, you could send another email saying, demonstrating your sort of ability. So you can say, look, we placed X amount of candidates for these 3 companies in the position, and we successfully done it last month. We'll be more than happy to help. We have candidates there already established. Can we be of assistance? If they don't get back to you on that, chances are you can either pipeline them for 2-3 months later, leave them on your database and set a callback or try and get in touch with them. Or you can follow up with another email a bit later on if they have the job still relevant in a month's time. After that, you can choose on not to send. Hi, thanks for acknowledging my emails. If you ever need of assistance, please let me know. My timing may have been off this time. And that's literally all you can do. If you're sending 100 emails a day, 1% chance, if one person gets back to you, that's your first client, and that could be worth 7 jobs. It's not necessarily going to be one position. In theory, one account could be worth £100,000 every year, depending on how big, small, or the requirements of the company. So it's definitely worth doing and implementing. If you want to do it on a larger scale, obviously you can use automated tools. If you want to do it on a smaller scale and just implement, 15 very, very targeted emails through there, chances are you may not get the right person off the bat as well. So it's definitely worth doing. It's a great resource. I probably gathered 50 customers or clients or partnered companies, however you want to put it, this year alone. We're 6, 7, 8 months in. So yeah, it's definitely something worth doing. And, in terms of, if you implement this tiny strategy and it brings you, 5 grand in your pocket in terms of commissions, definitely worth doing.